It is our responsibility as leaders to create the enabling environment that is inviting, that attracts capital to our part of the world. Education is my contribution, improving the knowledge of people, helping them with the skills and the navigational tools to explore the world and to do so successfully.
His Excellency Julius Maada Bio, President of Sierra Leone, is joining me right now. Welcome, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Your personal story is very unique. I've just heard you speak with Mr. Atias on stage. Can you share bits of it and how it impacted your presidency?
I come from a small village so many miles away from the capital. I lost my dad when I was only 4, and I was raised by a single mom who did not have the opportunity to go to school. So she has had to take me through school, not knowing what I was doing. But I took it seriously, and therefore I'm here today. So that has impacted my view about the world, about the role of women in development, and that they should not be taken, as an afterthought. Because if I am who I am, it was my mom who had no idea about formal education, and then my elder sister. So I'm very proud of what they did for me, and I promote women. And so I'm he for she. I have promoted a lot of campaigns within my government to support and empower women.
You had to spend a big amount of your time abroad, outside of Sierra Leone, outside of Africa. How has that experience shaped you?
Well, it's important to have the experience of other countries, and I lived in the United States for not really a very long time, but I did all my education here, uh, call it tertiary education, and it has impacted how I see the world. And the U.S. being the dominant world power, I can say I know who the U.S. is and how it works, and I understand the culture, and I'm proud of the education I got here. I think that is helping me navigate the world.
You're here surrounded with a global investment elite. What do you think foreign investors still get wrong when they think about and talk about Africa?
See Africa as a collection of risk problems. Too many wrong information is what they actually hold. And what a forum like this does, or platform, is for us to correct those misinformation and disinformation sometimes. So it's a great opportunity to be able to dispel some of the myth, especially the stereotypes that is heard about Africa. Africa is stable. Africa, yes, we have our share of challenges, but these are all things that come and go for in the history of any continent or every nation. So I am presenting Africa as a place for investment. We have our share of problems, but we want to be able, we are making every effort. We have a huge population of 1.4 billion people. We think if we provide them with the requisite skills, especially for the young people, using their creativity and energy, and teach them to be great citizens of the world, we hold the potential to actually support growth around the world, because economic activity has to be supported by young people. Most of the West is aging. We are still growing, and 1 in 4 people in the world by the mid of this century will be African. So we want to be able to use that demographic momentum to not only support Africa, but also support the world.
Most people associate Sierra Leone with mining. It's the first thing that comes to mind. Is this something you want to maintain or add on it or change?
We'll just add on it. We are known for mining, especially diamonds. The diamond market is really suppressed as of now, depressed, because the diamonds have been completely overshadowed by lab diamonds, they call them. But we have other mineral resources like gold, bauxite, rutile, iron ore, cobalt, and also lithium. So the legal framework to control those so that we can benefit from it is what we are going to add to the calculus. But then we are also now making sure that what we get from these mines go into developing the most important resource of any country, which is the human resource. So we make money from mines and minerals, and also and invest them in our people. That is the most sustainable way to develop a nation.
I heard you speak earlier on stage about the geographical position of Sierra Leone and how, in fact, out of all African countries, it is the closest to the United States. What investment pools in your country would you urge American and other global investors to look at?
They have already started in the energy sector. You know, countries can only grow as much as the energy that they get. The global economy is very much powered not only by AI and digitalization, but also the energy requirement. And already we have through the MCC a $480 million investment, a grant to support our transmission lines. And we have through the DFI investment in one project called the NANT project, and that is up for generation of energy. So mining is another area. We know the United States has to be part of the world to be able to tap into critical minerals, especially for energy transition, green energy transition. We have all of these. So it is an area for investment, but of course you can prime that with energy production, generation, so that all of these there's a convergence of forces that can support participation, but also beneficiation within the country so that it benefits the people of the country.
How crucial is infrastructure?
It is important. Physical infrastructure, roads, bridges, and but also the digital infrastructure in terms of putting the backbone for digital transmission. So infrastructure is the most important thing if you want to embark on sustainable development.
I heard you also speak about food security.
Food security, of course, very few countries in the world have successfully gone to transform their economies without not successfully engaging in an agricultural transformation to provide jobs and food and also revenue for the state, but income for everybody, especially where in a country like Sierra Leone, where most of our people are actually engaged in agriculture.
We're here in Miami, and if you've noticed, everyone is talking about Miami's openness for doing business. How open is Sierra Leone for doing business?
We are working on it. We inherited a situation that was not quite open, but now you can register. It used to take weeks and months to register a business. You can do so in 24 hours. We have created incentives, for different sectors like tourism, which is a great place for tourism. We have the natural beauty that only needs the investment, So we are also, one of the things they normally talk about is corruption. We have worked so hard on that. We have moved so many in the last 8 years, and we are seen as a very progressive nation.
It seems to me that the center of your presidency are the people, the youth, the women, as you mentioned, their education. Can you tell us more about it?
Education, of course, everything that happens in the world is undertaken by people, and you have to equip them to be able to successfully undertake, whether it's AI, whether it's agriculture, whether it's every human endeavor. So we have to train these people, especially the folks. We have a lot of them. We have our population is very young. 60 to 70% are young people. The average age is 19, and we have to invest in them so that they can be productive and contribute meaningfully to not only Sierra Leone, but the world at large.
Mr. President, what would you like to be your greatest legacy?
As a human capitalist, somebody who has worked so hard to make sure that human beings are the most important asset. In fact, I call them the critical assets of any nation, not the minerals. I come from a village, and today I'm sitting here and leading a nation. I think I've been blessed to have a mother who provided me with education, and the many people who took part in that. And that is why I believe that education is my contribution, improving the knowledge of people, helping them with the skills and the navigational tools to explore the world and to do so successfully.
Capital in Motion is the theme of this FII Priority Summit. What does it mean to you personally?
Capital doesn't like to be in one place. It moves, and that is because it has to keep growing all the time so that it is enough for a growing world. But then it's also shy of challenges, and when the conditions are not ripe, capital is shy to be there. And therefore, it is our responsibility as leaders to create the enabling environment that is inviting, that attracts capital to our part of the world. And, political instability, macroeconomic challenges, so many of them. But we are proud that we have a demographic momentum in our favor, a lot of young people, and we just need to invest in them so that, and a lot of young people, a lot of critical minerals. And when you have a critical population of young people and critical minerals and opportunities like energy, green transition, you have a great opportunity. And that should invite the world to Africa.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you.